30 days to your first or next course. Final stretches. This is week 4. So all through February, you could learn how you could launch your first or next course so that your students are going to rave about it and it fits perfectly your product suite if you have one. Welcome to day 3, video 3 in week 4, which is all about launching with video series. And if you're new around here, my name is Zsuzsanna, and I help overstretched business and mindset coaches to leverage their time and expertise by turning their one-on-one coaching packages into digital self-study courses in order for them to have the life that they wanted when they started out on this online coaching journey. And they started to build a business around their life and not a life around their business, right? So in order for that to happen, we all think about different products or different services that we can offer. And a self-study course is an asset in your business, as it is going to allow to have more free time that you can dedicate to either your personal or other business matters, right? And once you have just a bit of a recap, a scenario, what we are doing here for 3 weeks already is that on week 1, we talked about the mindset shifts that we need to go through in order for us to be able to believe and confidently sell our courses, right? Then on week 2, we took inventory and assessed what we have in our business that we can use to create your online course. Week 3, we talked all tech hacks, what platforms, what softwares, what applications we needed. And then this week, we are talking about how to launch that course, right? So once you have decided to have a course, it's not necessary to create it to the T, because a course is not a once and done product. Just like a coaching practice is not a once and done project, right? So it evolves. The way we grow, the way we learn all throughout our business, our products and offers should reflect it. And if it's a self-study course, then you should, update that course. And it's also not required to have all the content pieces created to launch a course. My personal opinion is that at least you should have a fairly good understanding and clarity around what you want to include in the course and what is the ultimate learning outcome, right? Unless you are clear about these 2 things, it's very difficult to launch something, to create a copy that you put on the registration page, to promote your course, or whatever it is that you might, have in mind about the course. So basically, once you have a detailed enough outline, you understand what is the ultimate learning outcome, what is the problem that you solve, and how you are going to solve it, then you are able to communicate the value of your course, right? And it should be reflected in your launch strategy. So on Monday, I talked about challenges, and I said that was my least favorite way of launching a course. And then on Tuesday, we talked about a webinar, which is a highly educational way of launching a course. So for that, you really need to have a good enough understanding of your course. And then today we are going to talk about video series. And the video series, in my mind, in my interpretation, it is a bit of a hybrid creation of the webinar and the challenges. when I talked about the challenges, I told you that you could choose as many days, as many modules or milestones you have in your course. And then for the webinars, I said that there should be a teaching moment that is going to, shift the understanding of your webinar attendees and their perspective of the problem they have and how easy it is, to find a solution to their problem. And so they should leave the webinar with the feeling of, yes, we have achieved something, we have learned something, I can go and implement it right away, right? So a video series is a combination of these. If you know the milestones in your course, so if you have the modules or the bigger chunks, the units created, then you understand what theory or what is, the presentation that goes into that one specific module, because each module should have 3 parts, one of which is the presentation phase. That is where you present the theory or, the concept that they need to use. And then they have to have a practice phase and then an assessment phase in each and every module, right? So once you have created all these modules and you have the idea of what concept or theory you are going to present, then you can create a video series out of those. So again, as many milestones you have within your course, you should have that many series in the video series. Usually we see 3 or 4 part video series recently, but you can create your own formula for a video series. What are the crucial elements that you have to have, right? So because it is a video series, you have to show your face, just like with a webinar. For a challenge, you might not want to go live or do a video recording, right? Then what you want to think about is that each and every video in the series should have this educational, this transformational bit that leaves your attendees with something to think about or something to implement. But what is different from the webinar, in a webinar, you don't have a cliffhanger. With a challenge, you do have a cliffhanger from day 1 to day 2 to day 3, right? And also with this video series, you have to have a cliffhanger that makes people want to come back the next day. And it is very similar in nature to a challenge because it should come each consecutive days, so one after the other, not leaving out different days. But you can do webinars like once a month, right? To launch something or to relaunch your course. But the way you can launch will be, mapped out tomorrow on Friday, same time, same place, so that you can have a better grasp of understanding of what it means to launch Evergreen and what it means to launch live. And you can turn your challenges, webinars, and video series into Evergreen as well. You just have to tweak it a little bit so that they work Evergreen. But as you know me, I have a different definition for Evergreen for myself and for my business, and I am going to talk about that bit too, okay? So with that said, you should have a transformational and educational piece of the said milestone that you present each and every part of the video series, and you want to make sure that you leave a cliffhanger for your audience to join you with the next video, right? So these are the the bits and pieces that you have to be mindful of. And if you want to deep dive into how to launch your course, how to create a funnel, how to connect your challenges or your launch strategy or your videos or your webinars to your course, and what is the road that, or the journey that you want to invite your audience on, is detailed and very much implementation based, in a very much implementation based way, in Course Launch Accelerator, my signature program, which is a self-study course, and it takes you from creating your framework that you can turn into a course, to dialing in that framework, to creating a self-study course out of it without having to consult anybody, just going inward and assess what you already have available in your business, what you have available as resources and tools wise in your business, and how you can make it easy on you. Because I am a great proponent of maximizing the outcome with optimizing our efforts, right? This is how we can have a life. So if it is something that is interesting for you, then make sure to reach out to me in my DMs. I'm always there. Do not hesitate to ask away or leave your comments down below. I come back and I will tell you, I will answer all your questions, because I know how it feels when you want to figure out something in your business and you just keep hitting the wall, you just keep feeling stuck, you don't know how to move forward, and then you have this burning desire to share your gifts with the world. So until tomorrow, same time, same place, make sure that you turn on notifications, and see you around.